Jennifer Kendall, founder of Acuity Path, where we support women entrepreneurs to grow with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Whether you're tuning in from your home office or catching a quiet moment between meetings, I'm really glad you're here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the mindset shifts we need to make as entrepreneurs, because often it's the story that we tell ourselves that holds us back. My goal today is to give you something that you can take away and use right away, something that helps you feel more grounded, aligned, and empowered in your business and life. So let's dive in. Come sit with me for a few minutes because we need to talk about something that's probably been weighing on your heart, and that's your relationship with money. I see so many incredible women out there, you're one of them, who are pouring your hearts into your business, creating amazing value, serving your clients beautifully, but still feeling like you're constantly pushing uphill when it comes to money. Does this sound familiar? Here's what I want you to know right from the start. You don't have to hustle harder to earn more, but you do need to think differently about money. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. For way too long, we have been told that talking about money is taboo, that wanting more money is somehow selfish, that if you have a financial ambition as a woman, you're being greedy or unfeminine, or maybe that belief that if we have money, the ugliness inside of us comes out. Can I tell you something? Those messages were designed to keep us small, and we're not here for that. It's time to change. So if you're ready, and I mean really ready, to shift into ease, clarity, and true financial empowerment, then I've got 5 powerful mindset shifts that can help you transform not just your bottom line, but your entire relationship with money. So if you're with me, let's do this. First up, we need to rewrite your money story. And I want you to make that story completely yours. Because here's the thing, we carry around these money stories. Some of them we inherited from our families, some we just absorb from the world around us, and some you've been unknowingly writing for yourself for years. Maybe you grew up hearing, just be grateful for what you have. Maybe you heard that every time you wanted something, more. Or maybe the message was that money only comes through back-breaking sacrifices. Maybe you picked up somewhere along the way that women who want wealth are materialistic or less caring or less nurturing. Or for me, my money had to be shared with family and it wasn't mine to keep. Those are old stories. They're not facts. They're just programming running in the background. And here's the beautiful thing, they can be unwritten and you can write new ones. So I want you to get curious with me and ask yourself, what beliefs about money did you absorb when you were little? Do you feel guilty or uncomfortable when you think about financial success? What would you actually believe about money if no one else's opinion mattered? And then, this is the fun part, try on some new beliefs that feel more aligned with who you are becoming. Like, money flows to me as I create value and serve well. Or, I can be wealthy and grounded and generous all at the same time. You see how different these feel? Rewriting your money story isn't about pretending your past didn't happen. It did. I'm not asking you to erase it. It's about choosing a future that actually fits with who you are and who you are becoming. Because you're not the person who created those stories. You've changed. Number 2, you need to price for the value that you deliver, not what you think you are worth. I'd like to clear something up right now. Your prices are not, and I repeat, not a reflection of your worth as a human being. You are already worthy. Full stop, period, end of story. When you price your services, you're pricing the value and transformation that you provide to your clients. You're not pricing on how confident you feel on Monday versus how insecure you might feel on Friday. But what happens to us when we blur those lines is that pricing becomes personal and emotional. We start questioning ourselves, undercharging, throwing in discounts out of guilt or fear, adding things into it because we don't think it's enough just by delivering what we said we were going to deliver. I've been there, still struggle with it sometimes myself. You've probably been there too. Let's just take a deep breath there because that's heavy. But when we ground our pricing in the actual impact we make, the value that we are giving, the value that it is to the person receiving it, everything starts to shift. The conversation moves from, am I worth this, to what is the result of this work truly worth to my client? I wanted to pause and let that sink in. It's not about what you think you're worth. It's about what your client believes what you are delivering is worth. Ask yourself, what is working with me worth to my ideal client in terms of the time that they'll save, clarity that they'll gain, or transformation that they'll experience? Because here's what your clients are really buying. They're not buying your hours. They're investing in the outcome that you will create for them, the value that you are providing, the value that they are getting. That's what they're paying for. And when you price from that place of clarity and service, it's win-win. You get to do your best work without resentment or burnout, and your clients show up fully invested because they understand the value. Number 3, set bold, clear financial goals, not wishy-washy ones. How many times have you heard someone say, or maybe you've said it yourself, I just want to make enough money to replace my salary? Or, I'd like to be successful someday. Those are vague goals. They keep you stuck in the land of almost there. So let's get specific and let's get courageous. Those goals aren't SMART goals or what I like to call START goals. There's nothing specific about them. So, what does financial freedom actually look like to you? Is it consistent 10K months? Is it taking summers off for your kids while still making money? Is it hiring that support team so that you can stay in your zone of genius? You need to get clear about what it means. Get specific. And sometimes it's not about the specific dollar, but it's about what kind of life you're leading. What exactly are you doing? Who is supporting you? Once you know where you're headed, and I mean really know, when you can picture it, when you can smell it, you can feel it, when you can completely envision it happening, then you reverse engineer the steps that will get you there. And you track your progress like your future depends on it, because it does. Because what we focus on is what comes our way. But if we don't specifically know what we're focusing on, we can't make it happen. I know that big goals can feel intimidating. Trust me, I get it. But when you break them down into small, doable steps, they become empowering instead of. And I really like the idea of reverse engineering it. Start from the end and work your way backwards. There are amazing AI tools out there to help you as well. But when we start by doing it ourselves and then support it with the AI tools, you create something incredible and really get clear about how to get you there. First, you got to know what you want. And I'd like to remind you of something. It is completely safe to want more than just enough. You weren't made for just surviving. You were made to thrive. What do you need to thrive? What you need is different than what I need. What thriving looks like to me is different than you, but you have to get clear about what it looks like for you. Number 4, and this one might make you a little bit uncomfortable at first. We need to break the silence about money. We need to start talking about it openly. Money has been this taboo topic for way too long, especially for us women. And that silence, it breeds shame, confusion, and isolation, none of which serves us. But money doesn't have to be hush hush. Actually, the more we talk about it, the more we all grow individually and collectively. Start small if you need to. Talk with trusted peers about pricing and profit margins. Get comfortable with the language that is out there. Talk about your financial wins and your struggles. Get vulnerable with people that you can trust. Ask questions, even the ones that feel embarrassing. You deserve answers, not judgment. Often, when I'm working with women about money, sometimes they're embarrassed by the fact that when I say net profit, they don't know what that means. That's okay. The thing is, you probably do know, you just never heard it in those terms. But if we don't talk about money that way, then you're never going to learn. Get curious instead of self critical, because here's what happens when we normalize conversations about money. We normalize its power. We replace the secrecy with solidarity, and we replace the shame with strategy. And 5, and this is the one that ties it all together, embrace risk, growth, and discomfort. Here's something I remind my clients all the time, and I want to take this moment to remind you too. Growth and discomfort go hand in hand. But you know what else socially goes hand in hand? Fear and courage. As women, we've been socialized to play it safe, to stay small, to not rock the boat. But entrepreneurship, real entrepreneurship, requires us to stretch, to try things before we feel fully ready, to do things before they feel perfect. That might mean raising your prices even though your hands are shaking. It might mean pitching that big collaboration that scares and excites you in equal measures. Maybe it means investing in that coach or course that feels like a stretch financially. Yes, there's risk, but staying stuck, staying where you are, that's risky too. So start celebrating the brave things that you do, even if they didn't work out perfectly. Every bold move you make is a vote towards your future self. And the best way to grow, the best way to learn is to actually do. Action creates momentum. Listen, these shifts are not going to happen overnight. Some of them require a little bit more work than others, and that's completely okay. Permission to prosper is a daily practice. It's choosing to believe in your value, even on the hard days. It's setting goals that stretch you and having conversations that once made you nervous. It's rewriting a story that was never truly yours to begin with. So I want to know, which of these shifts spoke to you the most? Which ones made you think, yes, that's what I needed to hear today? I'd love to find out and welcome you to drop me a line and let me know. Because together, we can break the silence around money. We can reclaim our power. We can create businesses that feel aligned, abundant, and deeply, authentically ours. You don't need permission from anyone else to prosper. But just in case you need to hear it today, you have mine. So go out there and claim what's yours. You've got this.